Hello! Lunar New Year is coming up pretty soon, so I wanted to draw one of my fairy OCs, just enjoying the Lunar New Year. I shifted the phoenix so that it wouldn't cover her hand, mostly because I really like that hand. I know that drawing hands is a struggle for quite a few artists, so for the artist watching this, do you ever draw and then there's a part of the drawing you're really proud of, and then you move other things out of the way so that one thing is more prominently displayed? To be honest, this drawing was going to be a lot more detailed, but I just ran out of time. This video is really behind schedule. I was going to put out another video to just kind of fill that gap there, but that video took a long time editing, surprisingly, so I guess I just skipped it. I just realized this OC does not have a name. Feel free to put some name suggestions down in the comments. I'd really appreciate it if you did. Anyways, back to the video. In case you didn't know, the mark between her eyebrows is called Hua Dian. It was a makeup trend in ancient China. There were lots of variations of it. This is just one of them. I don't know why, the hair on her left is a lot different from the hair on her right. Like, I really like the hair on her right, but on the left is just, it could have more, I guess. But I suppose the time I spent on the hair was a bit too much, and that's probably most of the reason why this video was pretty late in development. Okay, the layout of this drawing is supposed to be that this OC is lying on a cloud and reaching up to a phoenix with red envelopes and some golden confetti, but that will come later. Now I'm starting to color, and the phoenix will remain just this blank skin tone color for quite a while. After all, my OC is under it, and I didn't want to color in the phoenix before coloring in my OC, but I also didn't want to bother with coloring under the phoenix, because if I was just going to cover it with the phoenix, then what's the point? The coloring is finished thanks to the magic of editing, and now I'm moving on to shading. As you can see, I had some trouble figuring out the shadow of the hand, so what I ended up doing was drawing over the hand and then using the perspective guidelines from one of the Procreate features to scale down that shadow and place it where it should be. I also shaded the fingertips pink because if you look at your hand, it's actually kind of more pinkish at the fingertips. You'll probably also notice that the outer edge of the eye is shaded pink too. That's more of an ancient Chinese makeup trend. I also fixed the eye. I'm not sure why I drew it like that at first. It looks so weird. You also might notice blocks of golden coloring in her eye. That's because she is surrounded by gold colored things. Looking at it now, I think I probably should have made the pupils larger, or at least put the double eyelid a bit lower, because right now her eye is pretty huge in comparison to the pupil. At this point, I decided to stop ignoring her dress and actually colored and put on a bunch of gold patterns onto it. I'm also adding some more shadows to her beizi. If you don't know, a beizi is the Chinese term for a type of outer garment. Also, in a few seconds, I finally got to work on the phoenix. I think I completely forgot the other wing of the phoenix. Sorry about that. I also colored a phoenix a way too reddish orange. I'll change it if a second afterwards. Why do I keep explaining something before it actually happens? Since I already said everything that could be said about this section, I guess I'll just wait for something to actually happen. I find it kind of funny that the Lunar New Year is on like one specific day, but then there's these celebrations before it and after it, but they're all celebrating that one holiday that just is one day. As you can see, I'm drawing a dragon on the red envelope. I usually draw Western dragons though. Eastern dragons I don't understand their anatomy as well, so that's why you'll see a few mishaps from when they look kind of more similar to Western dragons instead of Eastern dragons. And now I finally had an occasion to experiment with color dodge, and as you can see, I went all out. It kind of made the yellow highlights I put on the hair before look greenish, so I had to go back and fix it with some layered orange-ish color. If I had more time, I would have added a lot more decorations to the hair, but I only had time to add 2 little dots of stuff. Then I added some golden confetti, and here's the finished result. I added some motion blur to the confetti because I didn't feel like sharpening the edges and all that. So, Happy New Year's! Please like this video and subscribe.